Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a great start. Thank you, Safia. Aaron. Good morning, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. What an honor to have you and have our distinguished guests with us. Just before I start, I'd like to just pose a question here. The iPhone I have in my hand here, how many suppliers participated in building this phone? To my surprise, 23 suppliers from 10 countries. The processor, the memory from China, the battery from Taiwan, the camera from Japan, the Wi-Fi from America, the screen from Singapore, and so on. And that was only possible because of the Ideal X container ship, which was sailed in 1955 from New York to Houston, made history, and created the modern world. Ladies and gentlemen, the container books connected the world and made distance irrelevant. Mango from India, eaten in Paris and Bahrain, included suppliers, factories, as we have seen in iPhone. Speed to market, uploading and offloading, sometimes 10 times faster, reduced the cost, and dramatically increased the trade volume, which helped in globalization. Container disrupted trade. Fintech disrupted banking. And fintech made similar impact to banking and customer lifestyle, where included people and businesses, and included becoming more seamless part of customer life, fintech. So fintech had disrupted banking. And let us ask a question. What is a good disruptor? How do you define a good disruptor? Change people's habits, reinvent customer journey, give customer control, inclusion, eliminate comfort zone, and reduce cost. The global disruptor in the world, Amazon.com, major disruptor on trade. Paytm disrupted the cash in India, and Apple Pay disrupted also the payment. But let us not forget, visionary regulator also have disrupted banking by asking and pushing banks to embrace fintech, pushing banks to use regulation standards to improve customer journey and customer values. So this forum today, ladies and gentlemen, banking beyond disruption. I look at this forum in 4 eyes: imagination, innovation, integration, and inclusion. The eye of imagination, our past leaders needed knowledge, experience. Our future leaders need imagination. The eye of innovation, AI will be embedded in our day-to-day life and banking. Our friend Sophia, when she learns something, a command or a knowledge or a task, it gets uploaded to the cloud, shared with the robot community. Will Sophia will be our future banker? Integration, the eye of integration. Fintech is enabling, integrating, and data sharing from non-banks, consumer, merchants, suppliers, to allow customers to take control of their data and provide a better customer services. Will data be the new oil? Eye of inclusion. We spoke last forum about financial inclusion. It's very close to my heart. As we speak today, we have 1.7 billion unbanked and underserved. Who's going to resolve financial inclusion? Fintech, big tech, regulators, traditional bank? This is still remain to be answered. Ladies and gentlemen, 2018, it's been a very eventful year for banks. And let me share with you some of the highlights of 2018 from my perspective and how fintech have actually emerged in the last 12 months. The rise of open banking, 2018. For me, open banking is integrating banking platform with non-banking platform using APIs. It's been 1 year since the reform of open banking. Exactly 1 year, 13th of January 2018, where the European Union have introduced the new API standard, PSD2. Since then, the number of APIs is increased. Today, as of 2017, we have 1,675 approved banking APIs. According to some observer, this will be multiplied by 10 because of the new regulation by the European Union. Some banks already, a bank in Singapore, DBS, already made 150 APIs public to be used by other banks and other financial institutions. We in Bank ABC, we're already working with 18 APIs, and we'll have them ready, available in December to support our bank. So basically, this will not be able to be done without the support of regulators and visionary regulators. Regulators are pushing for a standard for open banking, pushing banks to share customer data. And we are fortunate today. We have a visionary regulator, CBB, where already pushed for a standard on open banking. And my understanding is that by June or July, banks will have no choice except to comply with open banking and forced to share data. 2018 has been a year where banks have to start realizing, taking things seriously. They must digitize. They must look at the customer journey, reinvent customer journey. And let me give you an example, which is we all find SMEs as a challenge for us. SMEs is a very challenging business for all our part of the world. And some regulators already putting threshold, certain percentage of your SMEs business has to be like from your lending book. Some regulators put 10% of your lending book must be SMEs. It's a major challenge. Banks already reacted to that. Said, okay, what's the solution? How do you support SMEs? The collaborating with fintech companies. We have one fintech company, it's called OnDeck, which will provide the front lending engine, which can be used in the front, integrated with your bank system. The loan will be booked in your banking system. All the front end will be through this fintech company. Provide immediate application process, efficient onboarding, faster credit process, which we have credit, as you know, credit approval takes some time, long time. And after all, providing the funds the next day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way we handle our challenges and businesses in the future. Collaborating with fintech companies. Let us not forget, the world is moving through cashless world. We have seen how banks, regulators, consumer pushing for cashless. Today, as we speak, according to Capgemini, 535 billion non-cash payment has been processed through digital channel, through wallet, e-commerce, mobile app, Samsung Pay. Not just that. In 5 to 7 years, according to Boston Consulting, this amount will go to 5 trillion. 5 trillion non-cash payment going through the digital. What's happening to our world? I can tell you we are moving to cashless society. And we have a small, humble experience in Bahrain. Last year, Bank ABC, AFS, and Patilco, with the support of our regulator, we launched our wallet, B-Wallet. Huge success. We were skeptical at the beginning. We're nervous. I was the first one to be nervous. We have an overwhelming success. Merchant calling us every day, can we have your wallet? Customers. What does it mean for us? What does it mean for all of you here? It means the society, the regulators, customer, we're already accepting the digital disruption, accepting the non-cash payment. And this is the beginning. Now we covered the highlights 2018. Let me give you some 2019, some prediction. And I hope I'll be right. 2019, we have seen fintech reshaped retail banking the last 2-3 years. Fintech have actually changed the behavior of consumer and customer expectation. But fintech has been slow in dealing with corporate banking. Didn't react quickly. In 2019, the disruption will be coming to the corporate banking and the transaction banking. It's coming soon. Fintech will be knocking on the wall of the corporate banks. Corporate banks will be under tremendous pressure to reduce the cost of legacy system and introduce a new customer journey, new innovation. Why? Because corporate clients are already demanding. Clients want a new seamless journey like what they have seen in the retail. And corporate clients already start digitization of their process. They start digitizing their process. So they need a better service. They need a seamless service. They need an immediate payment. They need a one log-on screen, real-time, seamless. So corporate clients is reacting, say, to the banks, give me better service. Because fintech companies are coming. So let us imagine or see the reality now, the corporate client journey.
Morning. How's life down on the farm?
Hi Tim. Well, good news and bad. So the good news is they can definitely double production from 50 to 100 tons.
Not bad.
Cost of credit here in Ghana, they reckon it'll cost them about $500,000, but their banks, they only lend at silly rates.
Okay, just hold tight a moment. Let's see if we can help.
Tim, what can I do for you?
Hi Ria, so I need some help. The producer in Ghana just onboarded, Juice Cocoa. They need to invest $500,000 US. Is there anything we can do to help them get the financing?
Sure, let's take a look. So your credit line increase has just come through and you've just over $1 million available on your credit line. We don't know them well enough to extend credit, but may I suggest a letter of credit to present to their bank?
Great idea, let's do that.
You're a premium client, so we could have that LC ready for you in an hour.
Fantastic. Thanks Ria, I'll let them know.
No problem.
Hi Tim.
Right, the bank's issuing an LC as we speak. Let them know that they can present it to their bank tomorrow to get the funding they need.
Oh, that's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the corporate clients of yesterday and today, they're not the same as corporate clients of tomorrow. They're not. They need digitization. They need immediate solution, seamless journey. Corporate banks must start looking seriously at the front to back office. Huge costs of the legacy system and back office. They must implement straight-through processing, true straight-through processing, not just a facelift, and reduce the cost. I was in IMF last year, and the corridor talk, probably some of you have heard it, digitize or die. This is serious. Digitization is embedded in our day-to-day life. In 2019, cloud will stay. I'll give you a story which I lived 25 years ago, probably some of you have lived it. To put a satellite or a dish on your roof, you needed a permission, some of the countries, 30 years ago. And now every single home have probably 1 or 2 dishes. The cloud computing, now you need a permission. You need regulation, you need standard. I predict in 5 to 7 years, every single banking application will be on the cloud. We have no choice. We in Bank ABC, we've taken a decision 2 years ago. Our strategy, cloud first. We only look at the applications as a priority cloud first. Recently, discussion with our group, Chief Executive and the Mancom, we said no, cloud only. We shifted our strategy. We were only looking at banking application if it is have a solution in cloud. Because we believe the future in the cloud. Again, we are fortunate today here. The CBB regulator have issued standard and policy on cloud. And we're pushing our banking system and solution for our MENA units. And cloud strategy is the way forward. Digital ID matters. 2019, we can see how digital ID will surface. Why digital ID matters? According to McKinsey, 1.7 billion will be able to access financial products and services if they have digital ID. 90% of the onboarding costs will be reduced. And I have seen many initiatives from banks, from government, in our part of the world, GCC, a lot of initiative on the digital ID. 2019 will be the year of Challenger Bank. Last year, we talked about Challenger Bank. We talked about how that disrupted the banking society. Traditional bank today, they're still not competing and not offering the right customer services for customer and for the new generation, the younger generation. They're still reluctant to bend, open mind. So Challenger Bank today, we've seen the rise of them. We've seen in United Kingdom, the Monzo, the Atom. And we are fortunate today, we have with us a founder of 3 banks, 2 Challenger Bank with us. He's going to speak to us shortly about his experience establishing a new Challenger Bank. His name is Anthony Thompson. The non-cash payment will continue in 2019. Everybody wants a mobile wallet. The merchant, the airlines, payment firms, and that will also contribute to the non-cash payment, to the vision of cashless society. And we have seen an example, which is a few weeks ago, I was listening to a BBC program. It's not Aaron program. Interview with some Indian fintech companies and some Indian officials. And they reckon 40% of the population of India, 40% of population in India in 5 years will not use cash. This means over 500 million people will not use cash. They will use the mobile, more than the population of our world. 2019, we have seen the cryptocurrency, crypto assets. My prediction is that regulator here to have to step up. They need to see more regulation, more standard. It's a lot of confusion on the cryptocurrency, crypto assets, Bitcoin. Shall we buy Bitcoin? Shall we put an asset in cryptocurrency? And I believe regulator will have to come clear in 2019 regarding the cryptocurrencies. My wild card for 2019. Last year, my wild card was open banking. My wild card this year, AI and robotics. I believe AI will change the workforce. And I give you an example. And I'm sure Ali Musa, the managing director of JP Morgan, wouldn't mind, because I always give an example from JP Morgan. JP Morgan have an AI tool called COIN, stands for Contract Intelligence. Completed the work of 360,000 hours of finance and legal work in seconds. This tool is available and is used by JP Morgan. Ladies and gentlemen, where is the world going? What happened to the finance, the accountant, the legal? The world is changing. So who's going to be our future banker? Sophia or Fatma?
Hello, I'm Fatima, a digital employee with Bank ABC. I'm here today at the Fintech Forum to show you how I and my fellow digital humans can help customers with their banking needs. Would you like help choosing the perfect credit card?
Bank ABC, in Q4 this year, will be launching our first digital employee. We become familiar, comfortable on innovation. And digital agenda is an integral part of our day-to-day discussion strategy. No longer we just talk about IT strategy. Daily we talk about digitization. So we have probably seen now in the exhibition hall, EBC have Innovation Lab. We'll be launching officially our EBC Innovation Lab later this year. We have appointed a Chief Innovation Officer. This role is not a technical role. We're going to work straight with the strategy people, with the business. Yesterday, Dr. Kawan, the Group Chief Executive, announced our digital-only bank, ILA. ILA works on 3 principles, 3 A's: App Bank, Analytics, and APIs. The ILA Bank, we didn't do work in isolation. We didn't close the room and say, let's build a digital bank. We worked and collaborated with fintech companies. We have partners, and they are with us today. I want to thank them for being with us and working with us. We have worked with Google, MasterCard, Backbase, Mabiguity, all these people working together to bring our digital solution. Transforming banking in this part of the world. As I always say, innovation is tomorrow's tradition. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.